Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what it feels right and with what resonates with your own life experiences at the moment. So, Sagittarius, really strong week for you. You have three major arcanas on your weekly scopes, which always indicate really strong spiritual energy surrounding you, really events of really spiritual connection with your lessons and teachings on life. And all of the cards you got are cards of really deep um, situations concerning change, concerning letting go, transformation, and being able to release yourself from situations of the past that were still holding you on. So there's a calling to free yourself, to purify yourself from situations, from negative situations of the past, but that calling always comes with a price and usually is letting go and having to change aspects of our lives that willingly we wouldn't want to change. And so it could be a heavy week in some sense, depending on your level of resistance to change, depending on if you have been doing consciously anything about it, and even if you understand that there's something in your life asking for this change. So it always depends on how you are living this experiences, and also in the way this resonates with you or not, because this is only a general reading. I want you always to keep that in mind. So, the main opportunity for you this week is death. Main opportunity, put as simply as I can, is to change, is to end a chapter of your life willingly and to transform aspects that were already dying, suffering from a slow death, and now you put an end to it. Now you understand that it's time to a transition period. It's time to let that situation go, to end that chapter of your life, because if you don't, you won't be able to sustain your life in a healthy way. And maybe that's why you are being pushed this week to do something about it, because you begin to see really the toxicity of this situation trying to cause you harm in some sense. You start to acknowledge that there's a real need to transform and let go. And the main challenge is judgment. So obviously, and about both cards talk about really strong change, really transformation, and letting periods of transition to a higher stage of your life happening, even understanding that those periods usually are periods where we get through a lot of pain, a lot of doubt, a lot of anxiety and worrisome. But in order for us to see the light, in order for us to understand what pure light means, we have to understand the shadow. We have to go to the deep well of darkness, as we usually call, which is no dark at all. It's dark and it's a shadow because we live all our lives rejecting and not wanting to put that light into it, and it's the only thing it needs. It's to shed our light into that area of your life that you have been neglecting or rejecting or resisting to let go and change. This can come from situations from the past testing you hard time right now. So something happened in the past, or there were situations in the past that you were still containing inside of you, that you were still sustaining, that you were still feeding, not really wanting to see the lesson in it, not really understanding the deeper lesson in it, and still trying to hold it on in a way that was not promoting growth and a healthy way of living in some aspect for yourself. So the challenge is for you to let the resurrection happen, to let the judgment happen, where again you will be faced with all the crap from the past. You will be faced with something you thought um, that was already handled in some sense. There will be something coming up, and you will have to be faced with that. And it's about you opening your arms and letting that happen, facing it, facing whatever happened as you perceive it as good or bad, whatever it is, it's calling for release. So you can get to a point of your life where you'll have much more opportunity to be free from things you were carrying on that were not, again, promoting a healthy way of living and a happy way of living um, in the way you were looking for. So the challenge is to let this situation happen, to surrender to the evidence, surrender to what it's right there in front of you, asking for your ability to surrender, to just breathe and let go, breathe and let go, to meditate deeply about what it is that you truly want about the situation. If you are still trying to hold on to it so much, this could be anything. This is our these are major arcana. So definitely this can cover any area of your life, any area. There's not really a sense of where this is going to fall. It all depends on your experiences. But whatever it is something that you have been carrying with you a long time, from a long time, even if it's unconsciously. Especially if it's unconsciously, it will show up in the face of a situation, in the face of a person or a circumstance that from the past that you thought it was again dead, that you thought it has already disappeared, and it didn't. And it didn't, so you can walk on the horse of that death, which is a horse of life, and allow life to happen in a new way, in a way that you'll be much more, again, connected with yourself. The advice is the tower. So definitely it's for you to allow change to happen. There's forces beyond your control working with you right now. What I mean by that, of course, we always have the free will to change our lives and to direct our lives the way we want to. But the universe is always trying to manifest itself in energy, so you can become aware that you really have that free will and that you are not using it. And many times this happens again from a forces beyond our control, uh, facing us with that need of understanding that you're not on the right direction in some sense, that you need to be awakened to who you really are and what you're really doing here. So opportunity is for you to change willingly, is for you to walk away from something, and is for you to let something die willingly and walking away and beginning a new chapter of your life by your own choice and doing. The advice is to let that happen, remembering that if you don't, if you keep resisting letting the past go, the most probable outcome is for you to face some kind of disruption, some kind of change that will not be willingly and that will cost you a much more, because it will make you feel like you have no control over your life, that life is unfair, that you are in a position of a completely uh, abandonment and refusal to understand the positive aspect of this. So death and tower together, it's a real strong calling to understand that whatever happens this week, whatever changes are happening with you in your environment or anything that is connected with the past, especially, that you are supposed to this week to be an observant of it, to let it happen, let the destruction happen, so you can, after the destruction, after the storm, understand what's left of it and understand which way to go with all that it's essential there, with all the truth there, with all what it's really needed there. So Sagittarius, it's a really strong week. Let me know, please, if something happens. I'm really curious about it. Let me know if something like this resonates with you, and I wish you a great week.